Welcome to the 4 steps to your personal insurance plan. Here I'm going to identify the 4 steps that you need to be aware before looking at getting any types of personal insurance. I'm going to take you through it very quickly to try and demystify some of the confusing aspects and make sure that we do it in very, very simple terms. So let's get into it. The first step is to identify and agree on what your needs are. What do you actually need insurance for? Once we have a very clear understanding of what you actually need insurance for, then we can design a quote and present that quote to make sure that we've got insurances that actually cover all of your needs, so that there's a need and a resolution to it. As soon as we understand what your actual needs are and we've done a quote up for them, that's when we submit them to the insurer. And this is where the underwriting process starts. Underwriting is really just a bunch of questions that the insurance companies use to do a risk assessment on you so they can price your policy and also give you terms that you can accept. Which takes us on to the last step, which is offer and acceptance. Once they have done their underwriting, they'll come back to you with an offer which you can accept various different terms to. You may choose to reduce the amount of cover, whatever the case may be. They'll come back to you with an offer. It's up to you to accept it, and then we can enforce the policy. So let's get into it and break this down even further. Okay, so the first step's your needs. What do you actually need cover for? Do you need life cover? Do you need TPD? Do you need income protection, trauma? What needs do you have in your life that require for you to have personal insurance? Once we identify what those are through a bunch of questions, then we come to an agreement that this is actually the case. Once we agree these needs need to be covered, then we design a quote. A quote is really us working behind the scenes to figure out what are the best policy options for you, how much we should be insured for, and have a look at the best pricing in the market that we can achieve while looking at the different types of policy features. Once we've come up with a few suggestions for you in and around the parameters, we'll come back and present these to you. Assuming that you like the presentation, we'll move forward to what's called underwriting. We'll initially send out an email that'll have a number of questions that will allow us to start the process. These will be questions that are around your personal circumstances. We'll forward this off with the quote to the insurer to start what we call a tele-underwriting process, where somebody from the insurance office will actually give you a call and ask a lot of questions in and around your personal circumstances and your medical circumstances. This will determine whether you need or do not need a medical underwrite. A medical underwrite basically means that there is something that they've identified in your medical history that they want to get more resolution, more clarity around. And typically, they'll ask for medical reports from your doctors, and in some cases they'll ask for medical tests which might include a GP visit or blood work, perhaps it's cholesterol levels. Once they've collated the information, whether it's a clean skin or whether it goes through to medical underwriting, the insurer will come back to you with an offer. This is them basically saying, this is what we're prepared to offer you, the amounts and the cost. Then it's up to you to accept the terms that you feel comfortable in accepting, and then we enforce the policy. It's that simple. Obviously, there's a load of complexities that sit behind the scenes of this, and it's really important to seek advice from your advisor along the process, but we want to make sure with our clients that you understand the process and are very, very comfortable with it.